Matt, tell me about your jacket. I can see you're wearing the jacket.
What? What jacket? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure everybody's got that jacket.
We're going to touch on that a little bit in today's show. What's happening with the future of Nordic Combined, and Kill Bill. What happened at the state level for a bill that could have made a difference for us as far as our insurance costs, and is our market healthy?
Ever dreamed of living in the heart of the Colorado mountains? Join me, Matt Dayton, Breckenridge native, Olympian, and mountain real estate expert. Here on the Ski Summit Show, we dive into everything you need to know about buying, investing, and living in iconic ski towns like Breckenridge, Frisco, and Keystone. From mountain real estate trends to investment opportunities, we bring you on the inside to help you make the most of your mountain life.
Welcome to the Ski Summit Show, episode number 112. Thank you so much for being here. It's Matt Dayton, your host. I'm here with Benji. Benji Does, my producer and sidekick. Hey, Benji.
Howdy do.
Howdy do. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm really curious about the jacket stuff. What are we going to be talking about today?
All right, so the future of Nordic Combined. So those of you who don't know, I was a U.S. Nordic Combined Olympian, and for those of you, few of you who know what Nordic Combined is, it was in the first 1926 Olympics in Chamonix, so almost 100 years ago, and it is a combination of ski jumping, the distance kind, like the Eagle, Wide World of Sports, people are agony of defeat, people are familiar with that one, and then cross-country ski racing. So you got a sport that takes kind of the extremes of flying well over a football field and a half on ski jumping skis, like leaning out over them, and racing through the woods on cross-country skate skis, where it's a pursuit style. So you jump first, and then the best jumper starts the cross-country ski race first, and whoever finishes the race first is the winner. So super, super cool sport. Why is it on the verge of, or why is it in jeopardy, I should say, is it got cut from U.S. Nordic funding or U.S. ski team funding. So just so many different sports coming in under the U.S. ski team umbrella. In Vancouver Olympics years ago, we did really well. We got 3 medals. We got a gold, team silver. And then after that, it kind of dwindled off a bit for a while. So trying to revamp that. The other pieces, we have women's Nordic Combined, which is really coming to fruition. We got a really strong contingent with several countries competing in this and high-level athletes for women. Unfortunately, it's not going to be in the 2026 Olympics. So that is a bummer. Hoping for 2030 Olympics for women's Nordic Combined. But there's a link that you can get to. Shameless gonna ask for your support for Nordic Combined US skiing, my sport, and would love to help these kids out, make sure that they have the opportunities to perform in the Olympics and do their best, but they need money.
And we've got that on the website also. So if you guys are looking, we'll have the link in the description here on the video, but we also have it on our website, so you can go to Ski Summit Homes, and when you get there, you'll be at the top. Just scroll down, and here you can support the team, and it's got all this stuff here where you can support the team. You can make a donation, give today.
Please do. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Benji.
I can't believe they would cut that though. Like, that's such a dynamic thing. Just the flying alone. Why would you ever cut that out of anything?
It is such a cool sport. Just you got the jumping, the cross-country skiing. It requires so much of athletes.
Yeah. I feel like people just tune in to watch that.
Yeah. Maybe there's not enough crashing. I don't know.
I don't want to see any of that. Like the slalom.
That's the only reason I watch NASCAR.
What's that?
It's the only reason I watch NASCAR.
I guess so. All right. Well, that moves us into the next section here where we're talking about the Summit County Chipping Program. What is that?
So Summit County Chipping Program coming up here starting in a couple weeks. So your opportunity to get any of your slash that you got chippings. They're not going to take, you can't put dimensional lumber, no tumbleweeds, any of that stuff, sagebrush in there. But defensible space is really the idea behind this. So if you are looking for an opportunity to get the county to come chip up your slash for free, then you want to definitely check this form out to be able to see what the requirements are, the rules, and when they're coming through your neighborhood.
So it's to prevent fire?
Yep, help prevent wildfires. So just getting all that extra kindling out of your yard and such.
Very cool. All right. Well, that takes us to the news section of everything, and there's like a Kill Bill situation. What is this?
Yes, Bill got killed. And just to kind of summarize this article, it was a House Bill 1302 that was proposed a 1% fee increase on homeowners insurance premiums. Basically, that money was going to be going toward coming up with solutions for how to handle the problem of the rising insurance costs. So we saw in 2019 to 2022 a 52% increase in homeowners insurance costs. And the big problem with this is we're seeing places that are becoming unaffordable. We already had prices go up, we've had interest rates go up, and now we have insurance prices go up. So we're seeing some of these condos up here, like 1-bedroom condos, people might have, bought these things for a couple $100,000 because they're affordable, and they've got $1,000 plus HOA fee a month, mainly because of insurance.
Whoa.
Yeah, so they're getting hit pretty hard with those.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they don't want to help out. They just killed the bill.
They killed the bill. So the opponents of it were basically saying, well, we can't increase insurance costs more with the hope that we're going to be able to decrease them with those funds. But I don't know. At least they're thinking in the right direction. We got to do something.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we're going to talk about the market in a minute. And in a minute, I don't know what I just said. Now we're going to talk about the market in a minute. Is the housing market actually healthy? What are we talking about?
Yeah, so this article here, Bigger Pockets, I like these guys. They got a lot of good information. I kind of check them out fairly often. But on this particular analysis, the author of the article was evaluating 5 points, a 5-point scorecard. So the 5 points he used were supply and demand, home prices versus inflation, transaction volume, affordability, and distress levels. So on all of those, supply and demand, it's improving up here in Summit County and around the country. We're seeing our inventory rise. We're still not fully stocked on the shelves, but we're having more balanced days on market, giving buyers more opportunities to have some selection and some negotiating power. Home price versus inflation, we're keeping steady pace with inflation, so we're looking good there. That's healthy. Transaction volume, that's still pretty low. And nationally, we've been down about 4 million annual sales. That's below normal levels. So Summit County is seeing also transaction levels down. Affordability is a major issue. The increase of costs, insurance like I was talking about, and interest rates. So house prices are up. So that's not a healthy factor. And then distress levels. We're not seeing many foreclosure things. So that's pretty healthy right now. So they gave it a 3 out of 5 on those indicators for our national market. I would give it the same for Summit County.
All right. Well, that moves us into our listing of the week. And today we are on the Blue River, which, I don't know, I'm excited about both of these.
Yeah, so I am always a fan of any of these properties down on the river. Got 2 that I think are a good opportunity, good deal. The first one here is kind of a townhouse style one. And
Is that this one, Blue River Parkway 830?
Yeah, so that one just came on the market. And I gotta say, if you're gonna market a house or a property that's on the river, this is the way to do it, to show that first photo with the river. Cool. It's like, yeah, I love this spot. You're right down there close to the river, the rec path. You've got walkability to shops and restaurants right there. So definitely a pretty cool spot. And this one's kind of more of a townhouse style condo as well. So you're not gonna have anybody above you or below you. So that's pretty sweet.
That is really.
It was coming in the $800 a square foot, which for riverfront property is pretty good.
I love the look of these.
Yeah, right on the end of the complex, so you only have one shared party wall on this one. That's what caught my eye.
Ah, that's so nice.
Yeah, just a good mountain feel. A lot of that alder, those warm woods, very soft.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Feel.
And then you got that river right back there. I bet this sounds amazing all the time.
I would just live with my windows open on this one.
Yeah, I like the kitchen
this-
too.
Yeah, just really, it's a very timeless style on this one. You're not going to get sick of anything in this.
Laundry in the unit. Nice bathrooms. I love the fully tiled shower.
Yep,
Glass doors.
big glass doors. Just a very elegant mountain style.
I like the entryway too.
Works well. Nice big bedrooms. The whole property is 1,586 square feet.
Nice.
Built in 2015, so 10 years old. But really, I think this one's a good value. Somebody wants to be down on the river.
This is 930. Same building, I guess?
This is another building, so this is right close by there, though. You can't even, if you're going from one to the other, they're actually pretty much right next door to each
Oh,
other.
I see. So we were here and now we're over here.
Yeah, yep. So also on the river, you go through a lot of these listings that if you kind of filter out like on the river, necessarily totally on the river. So these are like truly
On the river.
Yeah. So this one's a River West condo. A little bit more of a modern
Contemporary.
look, really clean lines.
Ooh, they have
really
Michael
cool
Scott's
style trim.
TV.
That's a cool place to mount that.
Little tiny TV.
They need a bigger TV.
Yeah.
It's a low priority. Look out the window here.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you can see like all the trim, the baseboard, those are all kind of minimized, whereas the other one on that style, they were much more standout-ish.
Great bathroom.
Yeah. Really
Laundry
pretty.
inside the unit.
Right on the rec path, right on the river again. This one you're getting over $1,000 a square foot. So you're built in 2019, so it's a lot newer, kind of more of that modern style. So it's got a carport, which is kind of nice. The other one didn't have any covered parking, but this is just kind of that chic modern style that brings a little bit more demand. But it's only been on the market a couple weeks, so I think that's a pretty good one too.
Yeah, I like those. I always like the ones that are right there on the river, though. That's excellent.
I would love to be next to the river, so it's always a good spot. You can't mountain views or river can't go wrong. So, thanks for joining us for the Ski Summit Real Estate Show. As always, we enjoy having you. Please leave us a like and a subscribe if this was helpful for you. Either way, thanks for being here, and until next time, look forward to seeing you in the mountains soon. Take care.